See, alright, so first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yoshai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. We say the man supports and Elos Agreement, son of well, teachers or apostles in the truth, and we say salutations, so the Akama to the pushing wood and truth and sincerity, day in and day out, and constantly in season or the season, we say Shalom. Once again, going into our video here, and it's basically touching upon this news that was recently released, today around 9 o'clock, right? 9 o'clock this morning, where it states that Lamar Whitehead, the bling bishop known for his flashy lifestyle and who boasted about his friendship with the NYC Mayor Eric Adams, have been convicted for wire fraud, attempted extortion, and lying to the FBI. Now this is a bishop, right? Now I don't know if you could recall, this was the same bishop that was it had a video with him getting robbed on a there was a clip of him getting robbed. You understand? I believe somebody came into the church and robbed him when he was in a live stream or something like that inside of his church, right? This is the same bishop here. Now, when you go and watch the lifestyle of this bishop, he driving Rolls Royce, Maybach. He had the best of the best convertibles. He had the best house. His clothes Gucci down, as you can see in the picture here. The lifestyle that these bishops and these pastors and them are living. And just over the weekend when we was on the streets, we was talking about false prophets, false teachers. You understand how they will come in a high abundance, right? Now these are the guys that Jakes look up to, that they're impressed by, that they believe that these is the men of the Lord because of the things that they have and the things that they get, not knowing they are getting these things by extortion, by, as I say here, by fraud. They are robbing the congregation, right? Taking up the tithes and by plentiful and so on. That is how these men be getting the money, and people believe that these are the men of the Lord because why? They have so much, or they're getting so much, not knowing these guys are basically scammers. You understand? Just knowing how to work the system, knowing that here we're going on. These people are blind, and if we just come and tell them one or two things, it have a saying: if you want to make money, right, just open a church. If you want to be a millionaire, open a church. You ain't even need to know the scriptures, you even need to do nothing. Just open a church and people will flock it to believe. That just show you how blind these people are. These are the men that play off of that. Knowing these people are lost. You understand? Knowing these people are foolish. And they would believe every single thing except the truth. Because to the eye, to these Jakes, is all about what they could see in front of them. So if they see somebody driving the best, looking the best, wearing the best, you understand? All these things, they would believe that person is righteous. You understand? That is what it is believe. They make that money blind the eye. Right? Let me jump to our scripture here. Right? Let me jump to our scripture here. Let me go to the book of Acts, chapter 8, verse. I'll go to verse 20. Right? Acts chapter 8, verse 20. This is the book of Acts, chapter 8, verse 20. Sorry for the pause. Sorry. It say this is the book of Acts, chapter 8, verse 20. It say, but Peter said unto him, thy money perish with thee, because thou hast taught that the gift of God may be purchased with money. And that is the belief of these people, right? That this money comes like evidence. I say, but Peter said unto him, thy money perish with thee, because thou hast taught that the gift of God may be purchased with money. You understand? And that is what these people think, that the more money that they have is the more closer they get to God. Or the more they follow someone with money, they believe that is where the Lord is. That the gift of God could be purchased with money. So they will look up to these men that have this abundance of stuff and believe that is where the gift of the Lord is. That is who the Lord dealing with, because he has so much. Not knowing the Lord say he deal with what? The lowly. He deal with the meek. Understand? But you all look down upon the man that have nothing, and look up to these fraud, these scammers, these false prophets. You understand? Because in order to get all this money, as it say here, wire fraud, extortion, all these things, in order to get this money, that means he was taking money from people, right? Yeah, there are countless of videos on him online talking, and anything. You know, the thing about it, these guys don't even speak the scriptures. What they be speaking is like motivational speeches. They just say some nice things to you all, and Jake fall for it every single time. That is how easily deceived you guys are. You know, look, some people pop some stuff here. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna pause it, cause you know YouTube and the let me mute it. You know YouTube and the laws, right? You know that him and his wife, I believe, as it says that this is the pastor who was robbed in Brooklyn. So you see that was the same pastor that was basically robbed recently, right? Well, robbed a little while ago. I shouldn't say recently, but a little while ago.
How to buy and flip, how to buy complexes, apartment complexes, renovating, and first and foremost, understand that God did it, not me. What's up, y'all? This is Bishop Lamar Miller Whitehead, man. Y'all come out to vote. Early voting has just started.
You understand? You see driving the best, in the best, and all this was well by what? As I say here, what? The Bling Bishop, known for flashy lifestyle, who boasted about his friendship with new NYC Mayor Eric Adams. I believe Eric Adams in some trouble right now as well, right? For something, I can't remember what it is, but some trouble he in right now. He say has been convicted of wire fraud, attempted extortion, and lying to the FBI, right? It says so many envied him. This person marks so many envied him. Now they know his source of income. It's sad. It all had to end this way. You see, to Jake, they so watch money so much is that when someone say a pastor not to be supposed to be that way, because it has a certain way a pastor is supposed to be if he of the Lord, right? Just imagine he take up the name Bling Bishop and went with it, right? It said so this person, all his members should be liquidated and given to the church members who he scammed. No, hey, at the end of the day, as the scripture said, the deceiver and the deceiver heads are the Lord's. You all are just deceived. Because if you all is really in the scriptures, you'll know that man was basically lying to you all. I'm going to bring a scripture here. It says verse 50, Matthew chapter 15 verse 14, it says, let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. And that's the thing, they be blind leaders of the blind. What do you mean liquidated and given to the church members? No, they fall for that scam. And they will and the thing about Jakes is that they will continue because all they watch is money. Because they believe that is who the Lord dealing with. Money, 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 money. You understand? You see the prophets, the divine for money. You understand, right? So let me go to Timothy, 1 Timothy chapter 6. I'll read from verse 5, right? It says, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds. So you say, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds. It didn't say men of good minds, and it say men of corrupt minds. It say, and destitute of the truth. So they don't have the truth, right? It say they lack in the truth. They don't have it, right? So you say, and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. And as you can see, when we play the video, we say it's not about him, it's all about God. So you're making it seem to the people that the more you have is who the Lord dealing with, right? Just watch him. Versace dong, Gucci dong, Rolls Royce, you know. Hey, and people, and you think about Jake, that you say the blind shall lead the blind and both shall fall into a ditch. You know, you all just continue to fall for the same things over and over. That just show you how easily it is you're persuaded, and how easily you're persuaded to believe anything, and how easy it is you'll follow false prophets and so on, right? So it say perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, supposing that gain is godliness, from such withdraw thyself. So he said to withdraw thyself. It didn't say to be join hand in hand with them. It said to withdraw thyself. So these are the kind of men, when you see them behave and so on and so forth, it's supposed to withdraw thyself. It's supposed to leave. You understand? So about liquidating and giving to the church, no, they were foolish enough to follow these men. Right? You see, it's crazy how no one looked into his history, because apparently he was convicted of multiple counts of identity theft and fraud in 2008 and did 5-year bid in Sing Sing, and people still elected him to become a pastor. And you see, but there's the thing, because these people are just foolish and blind. They would believe anything. And again, it goes as the saying goes, and it's a truthful statement. If you want to make money, just become a pastor. You understand? These people that's going to rush to you and they're going to believe everything you say. They don't really care. Once you're showing that you have, and because to them, gain is godliness. To them, the gift of the Lord could be bought with money. You understand? These people believe that salvation, they could give the pastor 100,000 and the seat in the kingdom of heaven there. That's how foolish these people are. That's what the Lord said. They destroyed for our lack of knowledge. We feel I mean. This person Makwa, I'm shocked. His lifestyle screamed fraud, especially when you claim you're a man of the cloth, like all these mega churches whose leaders boast multiple sports cars, house, and jets, not very Christian at all. You ain't supposed to be shocked, because that is just what it is. These guys do the truth, but what they have is money. You know? And that is what people look up to. That is what the scriptures say. In the book of Sirach talk about, when the rich man speak, they listen. Right? That's the thing. These people, once you have money, Jake's okay. Wait is he saying, or wait is you're in, or wait is he doing. All they want to know is about the money. Right? So let me just read this next thing here. It says Bishop Lamar Whitehead, a Brooklyn preacher known as the Bling Bishop, due to his live stream church robbery and flashy luxury lifestyle, was found guilty on all charges in Manhattan Federal Court on Monday. Bishop Whitehead was charged with defrauding an elderly parishioner, right, and trying to extort a businessman while boasting about his ties to NYC Mayor Eric Adams. Bishop Whitehead, 45, was convicted of 2 counts of wire fraud, each of which carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison. 1 count of extortion, which carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison, and 1 count of making material false statements, which carries a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison. Right? The feds proved Bishop Whitehead persuaded one of his elderly parishioners, Pauline Anderson, to invest about $90,000 of her retirement savings with him, but used the money to support his flashy luxury lifestyle. Bishop Whitehead's sentencing is set for July 1st, 2024. So I can see he was a robber. You say, well, a man rob God. Hey, before I finish, so he was a bishop turned investor, take a woman money, and that is the thing. These old people, and when I'm watching these churches, right, these old people, let's go give the pastor when they retire, the retirement sorry, the retirement money, the NIS, right, the pension, right, they would just go and give it to the pastor, and the pastor would just take it and do whatever it is he pleased to do. So it's a trend. It's something that they have been taught as well, right? This is Malachi chapter 3 verse 8. It says, will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, when have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings. In tithes and offerings. It's right. So let me go back to the Timothy here. 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse 6. It They say, but godliness with contentment is great gain. But these men do have contentment because they could say he actually take 90% of retirement to invest, right? And then he took it then he took the money to support his, as I say, to support his flashy luxury lifestyle. So that's not contentment. You understand? That is not contentment, so you don't know you're supposed to stay away from these men. Right? They say, but godliness for contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be there with content. They say, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare. And that is what went on with him here. Right? And into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Again, the scriptures don't lie, because you're seeing it right before our eyes right here. It says, but they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts. Many foolish and hurtful lusts. Right? Which drown men into destruction and perdition, because he have and he wanted more, until it lead to what? To his own destruction. You understand? It says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Right here. It says, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith, and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Hey, the scriptures don't lie. It says, but thou, O man of God, flee these things. The Lord isn't telling you to go to it. You understand? The Lord telling you to flee these things and follow after righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. You understand? Meekness, that is the thing. If a man of God, that is the thing you're supposed to be behind. Not no money, not no flashy lifestyle, not these things. But this is what is catchy eye of people, and they believe that is what the Lord dealing with. When the Lord telling you right here, what it is he dealing with? Righteousness, godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Right? So yeah. I'm gonna bring one more scripture before I close off. This is Isaiah chapter 56 verse 10. It says, watchmen are blind, they are all ignorant, they are all dumb dogs, they cannot bark, sleep and lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough. Greedy dogs which can never have enough. Right before I say, he have and he wanted more. Greediness. You understand? It say, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarter, everyone for his gain. And that's the thing, you seen it here. He didn't care. You understand? He robbed, he thief, whatever it is. Let's read this. This is second victim. Bishop Whitehead extorted a businessman for 5,000, then attempted to convince the same businessman to lend him 500,000 and give him a stake in a certain real estate transactions in return for favorable actions from New York City government, which Whitehead knew he could not obtain. In addition, when speaking with FBI agents who were executing a search warrant, Whitehead falsely claimed that he had no cell phones other than the cell phone he was carrying, when in fact Whitehead owned a second phone which he regularly used to communicate, including to send a text messages describing it as my other phone shortly after telling the agents he had no other phones. Right? And hey, you know what? This is something nice. Let me go into. I might do a part 2 to this video, because something come to my mind, right? So it's everyone for his gain from his quarter, right? It say, come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant. For them it's always gain. And as the Lord say, from such withdraw thyself. Because you see where it is, and I'm sure he going to have supporters that go in and say he never did this, he do that. They might try to bail him out. You understand? That is how foolish and how lost we people are. Right? This was nothing about these men. This man says trustworthy. You all need a hero so bad. But you see, again, they're just like we were saying recently, that false prophet, deceivers, you understand, seducers and so forth. it's easy for these people to fall because again they're looking for something but in the wrong place, right? Hey, so with that we give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. We sit upon us apostles and elders of great mercy and our teachers of apostles in the truth, and we say salutations so the accommodates pushing word and no truth and sincerity day in and day out and constantly in season and season we say Shalom.